hope you guys are doing well. I, for one, am happy to freaking be here, and I'm happy to be alive today, so let's do it. Welcome back into the lair, y'all. It's your boy, Sheiv the Wise, and welcome back to Beta's Lair. I know you guys are hyped for the Bad Batch Season 3. Your boy is too. Your boy is extremely freaking hyped for it, man. Let's turn down this music a little bit and let's talk about the dang show, because I am so excited for some Bad Batch, and I'm freaking excited to see y'all in the chat too. Everybody that's a fan of the lair and supporter of the lair, I got nothing but love and thanks and gratitude for all of y'all. And I do look a lot better than I did a couple weeks ago. Your boy was definitely in a very scary car accident, which is why I got this whole, like, I ain't even going to the right side. I got this whole Vader breathing apparatus looking thing going on. It doesn't help me breathe, but it keeps my back straight and all the bones in place the way that they're supposed to be, and kind of keeps me from being in too much discomfort. So your boy looks like Darth Vader in terms of the back, and my arm is definitely out here looking like Luke and Anakin with the cybernetic stuff. So it's been a couple of weeks. And it's been a long time since we streamed on the channel, so I'm really freaking happy to be here with you guys today, and to be talking about some Bad Batch, man, because I know it has been a week now since the trailer has dropped for the final season. So let's watch it together today. Let's talk about all the fun stuff. I want to see all the hype in the chat for the Bad Batch Season 3, for the final season of the show. Let me see it, because I know we'll be excited. Bad Batch in the lair. Hype, says Smalls. Already getting the hype going. I love to see it. Don Clouderman, it is so dang good to see you in the chat too. I hope you're doing well. I'm just hyped for each and every one of Star Wars. Yeah, we are. You already know, Don. I'm right there with you. Aaron Tomato, glad you made it out alive, man. Me freaking too. I'm happy to be here, and the fact that I do have like as limited injuries as I do, I couldn't be happier to be here with y'all, man. I really freaking couldn't. The hype is real. Kylie with the hype in the chat. Alan Copeland already getting excited. Hype! Let's go! Saber Smith says, our boys are back. It's good to see you, Sheiv. Yeah, I know. I mean, our boys are back with the Bad Batch. I mean, you see him over here next to me. Heck, I feel like a member of the Bad Batch myself. Let's hear it for seatbelts. Facts. Big facts for seatbelts. Shout out to seatbelts. Shout out to a lot of things, man. I'm happy to be here. So, with that being said, I'm gonna read Anthony YouTube fans' comment in the chat, and make sure to throw those chats in there, y'all. I try to get to each and every single one that I can, to within reason, of course. I mean, I'm gonna miss some, and if you really do want me to read it, just throw in the chats and let me know. I'm gonna pull up this trailer though. We're gonna get the hype going. I'm gonna make sure that y'all are having a good time here with this, because, dude, we started the channel originally with the Bad Batch back when the show was first dropping for season 1, man. Heck, how many years has it been? That was like 2020, 2021. Like, it's already been like almost 4 years. Like, it's crazy, man, that we have made it this far, and Bad Batch is on its final season. It's kind of saddening, and I'll definitely talk about it, because I don't know, man. This trailer we're about to watch together, I'm scared. I'm scared for my boys. I'm scared for the Batch. I'm scared for all of the clones at this point, really. We've been speculating since back in season 1 that there might be a clone uprising that could lead to kind of the, I guess, eradication or the death of a lot of the clones, and I'm scared. I don't know about y'all. Way too long. It freaking definitely has. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get the Bad Batch hype going. All right, I'm gonna pause this music. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's freaking do it, y'all. I cannot wait. Let us begin with the Bad Batch final season trailer in 3, 2. Wait. Let me make sure the audio's on for y'all. That would be a bit embarrassing, not even having the audio on. Come on, Sheiv. Alright, I got the audio up. Let's do this together. In 3, 2, 1. Do it. Let's go!
Hold on! We've got troopers up top.
Dang!
We're running out of room.
Yo, that looks like just like one of the walkers at the end of the Clone Wars.
Self-exit,
Fee!
boys.
Let's go! Sheesh! Flashbacks.
I thought at the end of the war,
Rex!
we'd meet an end
What happened to his
this and
pauldron?
all of our brothers.
Damn.
I was wrong.
Damn! That
We
hit.
can't just
That
walk
hit deep.
away. Not with the Empire imprisoning the kid.
Damn, my boy Crosshair looks
Secure
depressed.
Omega's been waiting for us a long time.
Sheesh, how long has she been there?
It's not over yet.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. February 21st, 23 days away, y'all.
To secure the future of this empire. Whatever is needed to accomplish this goal.
Let's go! Palpy's on his stuff! My boy Palpy is wildin'. Oh, Kevin!
For all of
Fennec too? Oh my. Wolf! Yo!
Give us a real challenge.
Woohoo! This show is so freaking hype, man. One more season. Let's go! One last fight. Oh god.
We're not big on following orders.
Sheesh.
I wasn't planning on killing you.
My girl!
Making it there.
Ventress! Let's go! Oh, the hype is freaking real, y'all. Bad Batch Season 3, the final season of the show. In just 23 days, we get a 3-episode premiere, y'all. All right, let me turn down this audio so we can talk about the trailer. Go through it one more time. Y'all, there is so much freaking hype in this trailer. I don't know about y'all, but I am freaking hyped for the Bad Batch Season 3. I think they're about to put so much into this last season. And thinking back to other previous seasons of animated shows that have been sort of the final season, whether it's the Clone Wars finally getting its final season with the seventh and final season of the show, and then of course Rebels with the 4th season of the show, the 4th and final season of the show, probably being the best and strongest season of all 4. I think Bad Batch is going to continue that, and knowing that it is from the same kind of family as Clone Wars and Rebels, dude, I could not be more freaking excited, man. There's so much to unpack, so let's go through this trailer once more. I love how they're kind of starting with the Clone Wars crawler. I don't even know what to call them. Those things are so dope. You can also tell a lot on how their helmets and like their armor has really like worn since Order 66 and the start of the show. Really, like it's really been like, obviously they haven't been able to get upgraded armor or new things from the Empire now. So it's been definitely a process and something that they've been having to deal with fighting the Empire here. Sheiv, your tragedy on the... Yeah, definitely terrible. And I'm happy to freaking be alive, Skywalker's Academy. I'm happy to be here too. Anthony YouTube fan says, Sheiv, I'm the only one who wishes Disney would release the feature-length season premiere in theaters. Oh, that would be so dope. I'm with you. I'm with you, my man. I understand why they're not, because Bad Batch might not be as big as a lot of the other properties they do, or like, you know, Mando Season 3 getting its own kind of feature-length premiere in the movie, or like at movie theaters and different things. Like, I understand that Bad Batch isn't quite as big of a property, but dude, for those of us that have seen it already and know the show and have fallen in love with the Clone Wars and these animated stuff, like, that's exactly why in just 7 days there's been 2.2 million views on this Bad Batch trailer, man. Like, yeah, like Small says, take my money. You know what I'm saying? Sabersmith in the chat says one shot shows Crosshair in there with Omega. Oh, with Hunter right before they showed. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, we'll get to that later on. So yeah, maybe it's either, if it is with Fee, then that means right before they show Fee. Okay, someone said maybe that scene with Crosshair and Hunter could be a flashback. But I don't know. Maybe our boy Crosshair is going to get reunited with the squad, and I freaking hope so. All right, let's get it back going with the trailer. Definitely a lot more worn with the helmet, especially Hunter's. I couldn't tell with a lot of the others, but Fee Genoa getting her reintroduction into the show. I liked her episodes a lot in season 2. She's definitely a lot more fun than Sid back in the first 2 seasons. And the fact that the Batch is kind of hanging with her again, I love to see it. And I'm sure there's going to be kind of a sad moment for her and with Tech and everything, because her and Tech definitely had some things for each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Star Wars obsession. Don't get me started, my dude. And right there, that scene is just brutal, man. How do you do that to us? And I know. It's just Hunter jumping. He'll probably make it. But the fact that they do this in the trailer right after what they did to us at the end of season 2 and killing off Tech the way they did, this is just a dirty move. So dirty. Too soon. I saw y'all say it. I saw Small said that in the chat. Yeah. No Tech. And yeah, we'll get there in a second here too. Also, I freaking love this monologue from Rex. Like, it really does encapsulate the end of the Clone Wars and kind of how the clones felt about everything. Also, real quick. I already said it, but I miss Rex's pauldron already. His helmet's already goated, but like, just this cool little pauldron from back in the Clone Wars days. What is he wearing? Come on, dude. I know they're trying to get back closer to the Rebels timeline and everything, but it's sad. It's sad. Sheesh.
I was wrong.
Ah! Brutal. Tech alive? I don't know, man. He probably got squished. You know what I'm saying? Who says that? Was that Rex or was that Hunter? I wonder if that's Hunter and they're just making it seem like that was Rex. I'm like overanalyzing now. That looked like it was Rex that said that. And if Rex is out here trying to help them get Omega back, I don't know. Maybe they will get Omega back. I'm excited for this. Crosshair definitely looking depressed since that I was watching that Mayday episode the other day. And you know what's more messed up? Real quick. I'll say it. I was watching that Mayday episode the other day where it's called The Outpost from season 2. Probably the most depressing episode in the entire freaking show. Like, the Empire is on full display with how dirty they're doing the clones. You get a clone that in a lot of aspects, like our boy Crosshair, is trying to stay loyal to them. And it really brings Crosshair to a breaking point with the Empire and realizing that they don't give a crap about any of the clones, especially him. But dude, since that Mayday episode, I've been a little hurt for the clones and for my boy Crosshair, and hoping that he gets his own little redemption arc. And then listen to me, y'all. The fact that they actually are airing the final episode of the show on May 1st, which is May Day, that's just a dirty move, fam. That's just dirty. Like, come on, Star Wars. You ain't gotta hurt me like that. Especially, like, for what that... Also, the final episode being on Mayday. Mayday. Hello. Mayday! They're gonna kill our boys off. I'm freaking scared. I'm scared, y'all. Hemlock's a freaking weirdo too, and I can't wait to see more of Mount Tantus in this season, y'all. It is gonna be freaking so cool to see some more of it. The Sheiv Star KG is good to see you in the chat. Star Wars Santa, my dude, he says you're gonna need to slow this way down. You've missed a couple Easter eggs already. I know. I definitely need to do that. Thank you for letting me know. Playback speed. Let me do like 0.25. I definitely has missed a lot. So already Rex was there. Now we're going too slow. But like I said, I'm really excited to see some more of Mount Tantus and really see more of what's going on. Of course, we got the Clone Commandos, which I love the fact that they're stationed on Mount Tantus as well. And I'm really wondering what is going on, like, in terms of the cloning process. We know that Palpatine eventually is going to get recloned at some point. So maybe this is even some of the beginnings of how that's going to come to place and how the sequels are going to come to happen as well, which I would love to see them kind of tie it all up in a neat little bow this season, adding some stuff like that. And this girl is a clone of Django as well, if I remember correctly. I forgot about that at the end of the season, so maybe this is like Omega's sister. She does seem to be a little bit more on the accelerated side compared to our boy Alpha and Omega. Boba Fett. But Omega's been waiting for us, says Hunter, for a long time. For quite some time indeed. Oh, and there's Mount Tantus with her looking out the window, and dang, with those cloning patches on the shoulders, she really be entering her, like, I don't even know. I was gonna say her Boba stages, because, like, I don't know. I'm hyped for what could be happening this season, man. She's an Omega. She an Omega clone 100%. Yeah, and maybe Omega's even a clone of her. Like, I'm not sure how they got to that process. I don't even know, man. It's a trip for sure. Emery Carr. Yeah, that's her name, right? That is the name of the cloning clone. For lack of a better term there. And then my boy Palpy. Let's go. The freaking goat arriving on Mount Tantus. You know that there's going to be some stuff going down there. If this looks like the Mount Tantus facilities, there's nothing of greater importance, in his opinion, to secure the future of this empire. Let's go. Like I said, you already know Mount Tantus is going to be huge this season with Palpatine being there and some of the stuff that's going on in the future. And hell, if y'all have read the original Thrawn trilogy of books, the Heir to the Empire trilogy, if you will, you know that Mount Tantus is a very big part of that story as well. And the fact that it could be left intact by the end of the show and, like, you know, lead to some of the Palpatine stuff that's going on in the sequels and the cloning and somehow Palpatine return, I think that we might get some sort of answer with that in with Mount Tantus and with this show. And heck, I would love to see Thrawn return in the Mando era now that he's back in the main galaxy and everything. I would love to see him going to Mount Tantus at some point. Who knows for what reason, but oh man, I would be down for it. I'd be down for it. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. What callback is that, says Skywalker's Academy? I'm not sure. Okay, real quick. We got to stop on this dude because everybody's been speculating who this guy is. Some people have been saying it looks like it could be Tech. And I don't know, man. That would be real messed up of the Empire to put him back into the hunting squads of the Bad Batch. That would be real messed up. Will we see Joris Sabaoth, says Daryl the Derelict? I mean, if they are messing with some cloning stuff, who knows? That would be, how freaking crazy would that for Joris Sabaoth to be brought into canon? That would freaking be wild, dude. That is interesting, says Skywalker's Academy. Interesting indeed. Swagger like us says, can't wait to see what animated projects Jennifer and Brad Rao have in the works after this season. Me too, man. Jen has been doing a great job. Jen Corbett and Brad Rao have been killing it with the Bad Batch. And I think that they definitely are following that same line of work that Dave Filoni did in his animated days, and I would love to see them helm some future animated Star Wars projects and just future Star Wars projects in general, man. They're doing a great job with this show, and I love the fact that Jennifer Corbett just actually interacts with fans on Twitter and, you know, gets us all hyped with some of her and the Kiners, you know, little tweets that they put out, so cryptic. It's such a fun thing, and I can't wait for them to return with that stuff here in season 3. It's gonna be a freaking blast. I can't wait. This is one of those assassin clones from season 2, maybe, says Sabersmith. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of this guy here and who you think this dude could be. A lot of people have some ideas, whether it is the, you know, like he said, maybe it is one of those assassin clones from season 2 that's been a little enhanced. Maybe they did actually take Tech from when he fell to his death and made him one of those assassin clones. That'd be real messed up. I don't really have any ideas of who else it could be. We haven't seen Commander Cody, and he wasn't in this trailer at all, from what I can tell. And I would love to see him. I would love to see Commander Cody and all of our clone buddies here at the end of the season on May Day, on the final episode, staging a rebellion of Mount Tantus and some of the cloning efforts that the Empire is really trying to put to test for Palpatine. Some really cool shots here. I love these. Is that dude? There's barely any shots of Echo. Real quick, I just gotta get it out off my chest and out of my system. My boy Echo is like my favorite dude in the Bad Batch. I love Echo with a passion. This dude's been around since some of the early days of the Clone Wars. He's the last dude from Domino Squad that's still alive. Protect my boy Echo, man. Why you only got him in one shot? Don't do that to me. He's only in one shot for no reason, right? Right? Like, come on, man. Don't kill my boy. Don't kill my boy Echo. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't do it. Even there, one of those looks like it could be Echo. So, like, crossing my fingers. This looks like it could be from that same episode that we see at the beginning of the trailer, which I'm loving these. I don't even know what to call them. Crawler things. I wish I could remember the name of those. Like all the ships and things. I'm terrible with that stuff. Heyo, welcome into the chat, Steve. Fennec Shan, welcome to the Bad Batch. Once again, I love the fact that she's being brought back into this. And then, oh man, you already know. Sheiv is a big fan of Chad. It's my boy, Chad Bane. Let's go. I am hyped to see that the two of these people are back in season 3 of the Bad Batch, and I'm really interested to see what exactly is going on with the two of them. Because I mean, back in season 1 or season 2 when we saw them, and I mean, season 1 we saw Cad Bane too, but back in season 2, when Cad Bane was out here fighting Fennec Shand, there was so much going on with that, and it was wild. It was actually some of the wildest stuff. Yeah, Chad Bane. If y'all don't know, Chad Bane is the GOAT. Cad Bane is a beast, though. And I love that he's being brought back. We already know back in Season 2 that he did actually have his fight with Boba Fett before this happened. That was a deleted episode from the Clone Wars, or an unfinished, I guess, episode of the Clone Wars, where Cad Bane kind of takes Boba Fett under his wing, makes him kind of an apprentice in a way, because he was always a little jealous of Jango Fett, who had the title of the best bounty hunter before Jango ended up dying, and then it became Cad Bane. But with that, though, Cad Bane was taking in Boba under his wing, and the two of them had a duel at the end, just like we see in the Book of Boba Fett, where the two have a rematch of that duel, and it ends with, of course, Cad Bane getting stabbed in the chest. Who knows if he died or not? Santa. I'll give you that one, Star Wars Santa. But I will say, the fact that we get Fennec Shand and Cad Bane in this trailer, I'm just saying, how freaking cool would it be to see Boba Fett in season 3 of the Bad Batch? Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Okay, listen to me. And I'll talk more about it afterwards. So maybe I should hold my excitement here, but I think it could happen, man. Since season 1, I've been thinking that Boba could be in the show. And I've been saying since back in 2021, they should bring Daniel Logan back to voice Boba Fett in this show. Because how freaking perfect would it be? I mean, it is literally about the clones. I know Clone Wars was too, and he was definitely a big part of that show at times too. He definitely had a cool couple of arcs in the Clone Wars. But bring Daniel Logan back, have him voice Boba, let me see him fight against Cad Bane or something again one more time in the Bad Batch, like, just for fun, man, just for fun. Heck, how cool would it be? Okay, I know we're all speculating some bad stuff might, at least I am. I'm speculating some bad stuff might happen to our clone friends at the end of the season. We know by the time of Rebels, it's just gonna basically be Wolf, Rex, and Gregor. And the 3 of them are going to be doing their thing by the time that we see them catching up in Rebels. So what happens to the rest of them? What happens to the other homies of Rex? What's going down at the end of this show? I'm telling y'all, I'm afraid of this clone rebellion happening and not working out for our buddies. It's scaring me. It's really scary. But I'm just saying. I'm hyped for it, man. Omega is a little bit younger. I see y'all in the chat. Omega is a little bit younger than Boba. I think Boba is probably about 15 or 16 years old at this point, and Omega's maybe a year or two younger than him. She might even be 2. It's somewhere around there, though, and I know that I don't even know why Omega was created the way she was. She's such a fascinating character, and I can't wait to see some more of what's going on with her in season 3. Maybe she is even part of the key of what's going on with the cloning of Palpatine and stuff. I don't know. It'll be real interesting to see what is happening. Much love. I'll see y'all later, Star Wars Santa. Maria in the chat says, how old is Boba Fett? Yeah, like I said, he's probably around 15, 16, maybe even 17 at this point, depending on when exactly season 3 is taking place on the timeline. And we'll have another discussion about that here in a second, because there is another character at the end of this trailer that is definitely going to be important with the timeline and everything. And we'll talk about that. For sure. Remind me of all the stuff that I said we'll talk about, because I don't want to forget it. Omega was maybe 2 years behind Boba. Yeah, that's right where I had it. Star Wars Obsession. Swagger Like Us says, hopefully Cad Bane isn't overused. He's one of those characters like Vader, Ahsoka, too much on screen. Kind of takes away from the mystic. I feel like he hasn't been too much on screen, though. Like, before seeing him in the Bad Batch, when he made his triumphant return, there was like a 9-year period where we saw no Cad Bane at all. Like, the last time we saw him was like season 5 of the Clone Wars, or season 6 or something like that. You know, and there was literally 9 years of actual life where we had no content with Cad Bane at all. And then he was brought back in the Bad Batch and then brought back in the Book of Boba Fett. And even then, he was used extremely sparingly. So I don't think I'm too worried about him being overused in this. I feel like if he is in this show, he's going to, like, obviously he is because we saw him in the trailer. But I'm just saying, like, he'll probably be in like 2, maybe 3 episodes max. And I feel like if you're going to introduce Boba, that's the freaking perfect way to do it. It would be so cool. And I mean, come on now, y'all. If the clone uprising happens and a lot of them end up dying, how cool would it be for Boba and Omega to just be hanging out for a little bit and working together or something? I mean, I don't know exactly what's going to go down with Omega. And granted, who knows? She's always been a little bit of more of a goody two-shoes, I guess you could say that Boba is. She's very kind-hearted compared to him at times. And I think the two of them would definitely, it would be interesting to see them interact in this season. And I'm still holding out hope that we get that brother and sister meeting, sort of. Alpha and Omega are aged normally. Okay, yes. Alpha and Omega, we need to see them together, man. And Boba is Alpha, so that's probably true. Like 3 to 4 years maybe between those two generations. Definitely possible. I feel like Omega was the last of that group, though. Not necessarily the last clone or anything. So I still feel like she was like maybe the last of phase 1 even, which would definitely be interesting to her. And the fact that she knows what phase 1 clones look like from what we remember back when she met Rex. Swagger Like Us says, bet Bad Batch Season 3 is going to be more epic than any of the live-action 2024 Disney Plus Star Wars projects. Man, I don't know. It could be. Bad Batch has had some fire stuff. It is one of those final seasons of an animated show, which those things hit hard as hell. I mean, like I said, the finale of Clone Wars and the finale of Rebels truly have made the two of those projects some of the best Star Wars projects that I've ever seen. So, yeah, I'm with you, dude. The finale of Bad Batch could be one of the best Star Wars projects of the entire year. I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. Oh, my boy Echo. That's his one shot. His one opportunity. And of course Rex without his pauldrons. I just can't get enough of that. My boy Echo, though. I hope you're okay. Please don't die. Protect my boy. Oh, okay. Real quick, we got to talk about this guy. I talked about it on Star Wars Obsession stream the other day when I was hanging out with him. But this dude, who is this dude? Real quick. Not that guy. I love that guy. This guy right here. Based on the pauldrons and like what he's wearing and like the super like worn down clothes, maybe it's from the flamethrower too, but like he kind of looks like Hauser from back in season 1. If you guys remember that dude. Hauser was such a cool clone. He was part of this little uprising that happened on Ryloth back when we were hanging on that planet in the early seasons. Early seasons, there's only 3. But seriously, Hauser is, if this is Hauser and we're getting his return back in the show, I'm hyped. Hauser is just very similar to Mayday. It would be dope. I hope it's him. I do want to see Cody too, which like I don't think this is Cody. He doesn't have the scar or anything, but yeah, no, he reminds me of Cody too, and I hope both of them are in the show. I want to see what happened to Hauser. That was such an unfinished thing that they kind of they made us think maybe they killed him, but it would make a lot of sense if they brought him to Mount Tantus and we're doing some stuff with him there. Omega with her hair super long, piloting a ship. She's gonna get off Mount Tantus. Like, I know she's for sure probably gonna be one of the characters that survives this, and I really do hope that we see Omega in future animated projects. Oh my god, what did I do? Give us a real challenge. The show is gonna be so bloody. So many people are going to die. I hope not, Obsession, but I already know it's true. I'm scared. I'm scared for my boys. Oh my god, who just got pulled in? I couldn't even tell. Was that Hunter? I've been saying since season 1, and I don't know if you guys remember back in that first season, but it seemed like they were like really teasing that Hunter's gonna die at some point, and I've always been super scared about it because like they had Hunter falling off the ship at one point. They had all this stuff that was like such a tease that like Hunter's gonna die, and they're like dangling it in front of our faces, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they killed Tech, and we were all like, "What the flip?" And yeah, I'm scared for Hunter, man. He's been like kind of the leader, the protector of the squad. I'm scared that, especially if a clone uprising actually does happening, one last battle or one last fight. I'm scared for my boy Hunter. I like they kind of make it seem like the two of them are getting ready to fight. Rex, everyone down. Maybe that's the clone uprising right there. We're not big on following orders. Yeah, I know, Hunter. You guys are the best. Oh, that thing is creepy. Sheesh. And there is Tantus. I can't wait to see what happens here. I don't think anyone survives from Clone Force 99. No! Don't do it. I will say there is usually some tragic deaths at the end of these animated shows. And oh man, the fact Asajj Ventress shows up out of nowhere here at the end of the trailer. What the heck? Where did she come from, fam? Where has Asajj been this whole time? The last time we saw her was in the Clone Wars. But you're making it very tempting. What happened to my... Oh, it's just going that slow. Oh, she got the yellow blade too. Oh, I can't wait to see Asajj Ventress once again. Knowing that she is alive at this point in the timeline is it's mind-blowing. And let me put some perspective on this for some of you guys that maybe don't know. And I'll admit, I've never even read Dark Disciple myself. I've heard it's one of the best Star Wars books out there. It is a book that follows the events of the end of the Clone Wars, or towards the end of the Clone Wars, between Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos, and the two of them kind of teaming up together. Asajj becoming sort of a bounty hunter, creating this yellow lightsaber, and then at one point dying. And a lot of people have been, putting into question whether or not this appearance of Asajj Ventress is going to, I guess you could say, retcon that Dark Disciple novel. And I gotta put it to rest here right away. It doesn't. I don't think it does. At least not completely. A lot of times when there are retcons of the novels in animated shows, because it does happen a lot with Dave Filoni, it's more adding to the story and giving a little bit more to us Star Wars fans. Like, yeah, the Kanan comic of him at the beginning of Order 66, which was a little bit retconned at the start of the Bad Batch. It didn't completely retcon the whole story. Maybe it changed it all. Who knows? Maybe Kanan's story entirely changed with that little change of meeting up with the Bad Batch at the end, like right before Order 66, and maybe there's more Kanan stories to tell from that. But if you've read that Kanan comic, it kind of goes pretty in line with what could have happened to him during Order 66, and that was the only real change to that story. So who knows? Maybe Kanan's story still was about the same. And the other thing with this that does kind of prove that most likely Dark Disciple is not being retconned is the fact that this story would take place at least a year or two after Dark Disciple. Dark Disciple, like I said, takes place at the end of the Clone Wars, but not before Order 66. Or it does happen before Order 66. So Order 66 is literally the start of the Bad Batch. So we know that her appearance with this yellow saber being in the Bad Batch means that it takes place after Dark Disciple. And once again, Dark Disciple takes place in the year of 19 BBY, Star Wars timeline wise. This show takes place, or this season would take place in at least 2021 BBY. Or no, I'm going wrong. I'm going the wrong way. I guess it would be 17, right? So like a year or two later would be 17 BBY. Yeah. So like I guess based on how many seasons of the Bad Batch there have been and how the time has kind of passed in it, it's possible that it's either 18 or 17 BBY, which means it would place this show about a year or two after the events of Dark Disciple. But let me see the hype for Ventress and her return in the chat. How excited are you guys on a scale of 1 to 10? Because I am at an 11, dude. I've always wondered what happened to Asajj, and I know the Dark Disciple novel is out there, and like I'd heard that she doesn't survive the events of it. But as far as I know, the way that her kind of end to that story is that Quinlan Vos left her in a pool of what's it called? Night Sister magic? I don't know if you guys have seen some Night Sister magic in either the Clone Wars, the Ahsoka show, or heck, maybe even in Rebels. But a lot of times, people that are dead are brought back to the life with Night Sister magic. And whether that means she was, revived in whatever kind of pool of Night Sister magic she was left in when Quinlan Vos kind of thought she was dead, or whatever the case might have been, I don't even know, man. The fact that she's here means that she's alive still, and that her story in Dark Disciple was not her end, and that there is more Asajj Ventress for us to see. And for that, I am hype. Oh man, y'all are hyped too. I see it in the chat. Michael's a 10 out of 10. Daniel Fisher a 10. Brandon Alvarado has a 10 on the hype scale for Asajj coming back. And Skywalker's Academy is out here blowing me out of the water with a 34 out of 10. My God, I don't even know how you could be that hype. But oh man, Asajj's return is beyond hype. Oh heck, you already know, my dude. And the fact she's got that curved lightsaber too, and it's a yellow one. I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see her, man. Do you see what I see, says Maria? I do. I see a lot of things. And Asajj is so cool. The Path is a major feature in the storyline for Cal Kestis, a Jedi, and Merrin, a Night Sister in Jedi Survivor. Yeah, and in Jedi Survivor, or is it Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order, where we see some Night Sister stuff? I forget. I know it's at least in the first game. Obviously, Merrin being in the second game. You get some Night Sister magic in both. But there were definitely some dead and zombie Night Sister stuff going on there. And while Asajj doesn't necessarily look like a zombie here, I do believe in Jedi Fallen Order magic. I was reading the chat and totally had a brain fart there. But some of this Night Sister magic stuff, yeah, I believe that Asajj could have survived whatever happened to her. And I'm so dang hyped to see her continue her storyline. It's going to be so dope. All right, let me see what y'all are saying in this chat. It's not really a retcon. We just don't think past her death. It's a grand sacrifice. Yeah, we really... I think that's really it. Is a lot of people thought that was the end, and the impact of that was definitely pretty big for that story. But it is not a retcon. Dark Disciple is pretty good, says Star Wars MCU OG. So I've heard, and now I really want to read it before we get to the show too. You know what I mean? Is that Crosshair's rifle next to Hunter? Where? Do I gotta go back? Do I gotta go back just a little bit? A smidge more? I didn't see it. I was going so slow. But you're making it very tempting. That I probably didn't go back far enough. Hey, yeah, real quick. If y'all have the funds or want to support the channel and support me and everything I do here and really my life at the moment, go check out the link that is in the description below and that Star Wars Obsession just put into the chat. There's a little GoFundMe for what happened to me recently and the unfortunate events that did unfold. So yeah, real quick plug. Go check that out, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Ooh, what's up? Skywalker's Academy said, "Are you on Sheiv's Discord, Maria?" I think she may be. All right, let me continue here. I had to go back. I need to see Crosshair's stuff because someone was saying maybe I think Maria was saying Crosshair's rifle might have been next to Hunter, and please, I need to know that my boy Crosshair gets redeemed. I want to see it happen. Alright, Asajj is here. Such a freaking cool moment to see her. And I love the way that they make it look like she's fighting the Bad Batch. Like, maybe she is. She might be. I don't know. But also, I feel like they're totally going to team up, right? Like, come on. That would be so cool. Heck, what if Asajj is a part of the Clone Rebellion? That would be kind of cool. That would give them a little bit of a fight. And then, all of a sudden, Palpatine says, "Go, Vader. Destroy them all." And Darth Vader just comes in and kills everybody. Whew, that would be crazy. It's further back, Sheiv. Way back. All right. We got to go back. I lurk around Discord, but I don't use it too much. Do it. Go check out the Discord. I think there... I don't know if there's a link in the description, but I got to go put one if there's not. Go check out the Vader's Lair Discord. It is a fun place to be. I'm trying to get a little bit more active now that the Bad Batch is around the corner. Did I go back far enough? Vito! What up, my dude? Alright. Real quick. I know. We definitely got to talk about Hunter and Crosshair being together. But since we're on this, for those of you guys that have been fans of the Lair, I really have been rooting for Boba to be in this show since season 1. I really have. And I am a big fan of Daniel Logan. I love that dude. He's such a cool guy. He really is. I love the fact that he got to play a young Boba back in Attack of the Clones, and then they brought him back for the Clone Wars and everything. And he's just such a humble and wholesome guy. I love that dude. Anyway, my whole point of that, back in season 1, I started this hashtag. If you guys follow me on the X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Back in the day, though, I started this hashtag, put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch. And I've been trying to get that. Vito, thank you for the $5 donation, my dude. I appreciate it. But real quick. All right. So I started this whole thing of like, put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch. And I've been tweeting it ever since, somewhat inconsistently, I admit. But I had to bring it back. I had to bring it back because I saw the other day that he kind of put out a tweet showing the schedule of the Bad Batch season 3 and basically asking if anybody's going to be watching it. Well, first of all, Daniel, I am. We're going to be watching it here on the Lair. I'm going to be doing my best to be doing live streams and watching it alongside with you guys and giving our thoughts. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. But my boy, the fact that you're out here quote tweeting the Bad Batch and the schedule for it, asking if we're watching, you're making me want to do it. Put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch, dang it. Heck, if you guys didn't already, just add a 16th episode to the season And heck, since the final episode airs on May 1st, May Day, and it's so messed up. Just add an episode with Daniel Logan as Boba Fett, meeting Omega if it's not in there already, and just throw it on May 4th and air it. Just a single lone episode. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want to see Boba Fett in this season. We all want to see Daniel Logan come back and reprise his role. It would be so dang cool. It would. I'm here for it, man. And he was back at it with quote tweeting and tweeting my tweets again. I have this tweet from back in 21 where I was like, I still need Boba. I did this little gif and I still need Boba, even though Bad Batch is my favorite show right now. And he quote tweeted it again and was like, I love this gif still. I need it, man. Bring Boba back to the Bad Batch. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Yeah, do it. Lord Vito, my dude, it's good to see you in the chat. He says, what up? Oh, he says, what up, guys? Vita's driving home, but I got y'all. Much love. I wish you'd change your name to Darth Dylan. My dude, that is hilarious. I have many names that we go by here. Whether it is Sheiv, Vader's Lair, Darth Dylan. Do it. No, I'm dead. All right. We got to go back to the trailer, though. I apologize for taking too much time here. I got to see this, man, because I know there is a couple scenes here where it looks like Crosshair is hanging out with our boy Hunter and the Bad Batch crew again, and if they save him, that would be so cool. And my boy Wolf, the fact that we're getting Rex, I think heck, maybe that one clone is Gregor even. And not Hauser. Maybe it's Gregor. Maybe this guy is Gregor or Hauser. But the fact that Wolf is here, Rex, like, they're already getting us hyped for the Rebels stuff. Like, I can't wait to see it. I can't freaking wait to see it. And of course, Wolf having the chip and everything kind of malfunction in him, even in the days way past this show. When we see him again in Rebels, which is about, I guess, maybe 14 years from now, or 15 even by the time he shows up, or 16. He's still freaking out from the Empire and the chip that was in him. So I would love to see that be part of Wolf's story here in the season. And I hope that we get a couple episodes with him. It's further back. Okay, I didn't go back far enough. Did I go back far enough now? I'm very excited for the projects in 24. Brandon Alvarado, me freaking too, my dude. I am hyped for the projects coming out in 24. And I'm even more hyped for the projects coming out in 25, dude. There's a lot of stuff coming, and I am hyped for it. I think one is Fireball with the flamethrower. Ooh, okay, that's really freaking cool. Fireball is still alive? If he is, that's even cooler. Vader's Lair, sorry man, typo. Filoni confirmed that Boba will show up in season 3 of the Bad Batch. This question is: does Boba know of Omega? Did he ever see her on Omega? Will they meet as adults? So I don't know. That's an excellent question. Obviously, she hasn't brought up. They haven't really talked to her about that. Like everything that we've had of the Bad Batch talking about Omega, and I guess her cloning and everything, and the fact that she ages normally. Usually that stuff happens when the Bad Batch isn't with her and they're trying to find her and they're looking up information about her and different things. So she definitely was hanging around Kamino a lot. And the fact that Boba kind of grew up there too, it does make you wonder. But it's possible by the time that Boba and Jango Fett went to, fight with Kenobi, and Boba ended up getting, I guess, orphaned by Mace Windu. It's possible by that point that's when Omega was maybe even created. Although I guess Boba was already a young kid, so Omega might have been. Maybe the two of them did know each other. That is super interesting. That is super interesting to think about there, Anthony, YouTube fan. Maybe they did know of each other, and maybe the two of them will meet up, and maybe they were homies back in the day. And might become homies again when this show ends. We're 3 weeks away. 3 weeks. I know. It's crazy. February 21st. We are only 23 days away, I think. As of today. Only 23 days. It's so exciting. And of course, we are getting a 3-episode premiere, so it's going to be a long and fun night of Star Wars hanging with y'all. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much. At 1:35 in the video. Okay, let me see where I'm at. This is about a minute, so we got another 30 seconds. Let me fast forward just a bit here. $135. That's over here. Crosshair's rifle. Oh, is that Crosshair's rifle in front of Hunter? I wonder. It does. That does look a lot like Crosshair. I mean, there were some dudes holding guns right before that, so maybe it's one of theirs. No, it looks a little bit more like Crosshair's to me. Good. You know what, Maria? Great find. If that's Crosshair, props to you. That's incredible. I really hope it is, and it would even serve the fact that the three of them might be hanging out once they rescue Omega and Crosshair from Mount Tantus, or once there's a rebellion against the Empire on Mount Tantus. If maybe that's what this is or something, that would make a lot of sense. And the fact that Echo is in such a small portion of this trailer, it would make sense that the three of them are maybe the only ones that are left, with Tech ending up dying at the end of last season. That'd be real sad, man. Especially when Hunter says, "We're not big on following orders." Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Anthony, YouTube fan, says, "Well, Omega was kind of kept in Nala Se's lab. I'm rather certain Lama Su wanted those two separated from each other." Yeah, Lama Su definitely probably would have. I'll admit to that. But, you know, the two of them running around and probably doing their own things at times or getting into trouble, I'm sure they met at some point, even if it was for a small portion of time. Like, maybe even just walking by each other, you know. There was probably no way they didn't at least see each other on Topoka City, right? Like, come on now. Am I right? But you're probably right, though, Anthony, YouTube fan. Lama Su definitely probably wanted those two separated, and she definitely was a special experiment indeed, to your point. I'm so hyped for season 3 of The Bad Batch, though, and to continue our discussion here, I want to pull up the Star Wars website and kind of talk to you guys about, I guess what they have to say about season 3 here, and then we can go over the schedule and how we're gonna do some of our live streams going forward here for The Bad Batch season 3. Because it is going to be a very, very fun time here on the lair. Alright, let me fix this up. So, here on StarWars.com, they have a nice little article here up with the official season trailer. And the long-awaited Bad Batch Season 3 is arriving! Let's go! Freaking hype, man. So let's look at what is in store and the addition of the Batchers now scattered following the events of Season 2 of The Bad Batch. The trailer includes some new creatures and some familiar faces, including Wanda Sykes Fee Genoa from back in Season 2. And I gotta say, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised to see her. And it ends with the shocking appearance of the Sith apprentice turned bounty hunter Asajj Ventress. Or free agent, it says here. We love Asajj Ventress, is the quote. She's a character that we've been wanting to tell more stories about, says Brad Rao. Brad. I love you and Jen so much. But careful with what you say, my dude. You might be spoiling us for some other stuff. I would love to see some more Ventress. And the fact that they've been looking to tell some more stories with her, even past the point of her story in Dark Disciple, it's like, okay, well, they definitely are probably going to show her in at least in episode 2 of or 2 of this show, maybe 3. But he even goes on to say one of the executive producers of the series, Brad Rao, he makes it clear that her return will honor prior tales, including the book in which the character had apparently perished. Exactly there, proving to my point that Dark Disciple is almost certainly not retconned. We don't want to spoil anything, but we want fans to know any new storytelling with Ventress will align with the events of Star Wars Dark Disciple. Let's go! Asajj is alive! So freaking dope, man. Season 3, the final season of The Bad Batch, is kicking off on Disney Plus with a 3-episode premiere starting on Wednesday, February 21st. And here is our schedule release for the upcoming couple of months. And I love the fact that Bad Batch is like 15, 16 episodes every season, because it's such a fun time for us to be hanging out every week and talking about the show and just getting hyped for each of the episodes. And the fact that we're getting a 3-episode premiere with episode 1, Confined, episode 2, Pass Unknown, and episode 3, Shadows of Tantus. We're going straight to Mount Tantus in the first night. I'm hyped, y'all. This show is going to be so freaking dope, and I can't wait to see what the freaking hell we have in store, man. It's going to be a blast. All right, and then the fact that the 4th episode airing on February 28th is going to be a different approach. March 6th, we get episode 5, The Return. Interesting, The Return. Maybe that one is the return of Cad Bane or something? I don't know. Episode 6 and 7 are going to be airing together, getting us kind of a mid-season finale where we're getting 2 episodes together, Infiltration and Extraction. Maybe that's when we're going to have Omega getting saved from Mount Tantus. Shadows of Tantus might just be showing us some of the stuff going on there. And then eventually by the mid-season we get her, rescue in those 2 episodes. That would be really freaking cool. Episode 8 airing on March 20th is going to be called Bad Territory. March 27th, we get episode 9, The Harbinger. That sounds pretty fun. And then we get another 2-episode airing night with Identity Crisis and Point of No Return. And I feel like that's going to have to do with either Wolf, because Wolf definitely has kind of that like double thing of like the Empire chip in his head and him, I got to work for the Empire, but also like not being that. So I could see Identity Crisis maybe having to do something with Wolf, or maybe even it could be Crosshair. Crosshair being Identity Crisis and Point of No Return would be really freaking cool to see. Episode 12, we get Juggernaut, which sounds super freaking scary. I can't wait for that episode. And then, so that one's on April 10th. And then April 17th, we get episode 13, Into the Breach. April 24th, the 14th and second to last episode, Flash Strike. And then on May 1st, Mayday, R.I.P. I miss you. We get episode 15, The Cavalry Has Arrived. And I don't know about y'all, but that sounds completely like a Clone Uprising to me. It sounds like it to me. Oh, it's 6. Glad to see you doing well, MK Matt. Much love, my dude. I appreciate it. I really think entire Clone Force 99 will perish to save Omega, says Maria. I hope not. I hope that episode 6 and 7 are when we get the rescue of Omega. Like, please, Skywalker's Academy, nobody's going to be okay. Stop. I'm telling you, bring the tissues. No, protect my boys. I love them, man. I hope they live. If Wrecker dies, I'm not gonna be okay. Me neither. Sabersmith. And yeah, I know. Chipotle City. You're making me want to go to Chipotle Skywalker's Academy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it. That's almost more messed up than the Mayday thing. You know what I'm saying? Like now I want Chipotle. Don Clotterman says, seriously, all of the revivable characters, she makes the most sense. We know how powerful the Night Sisters are. Facts, Don! I love it. I love it too. Like I never would have thought that we would see some more stories with Asajj Ventress, and I gotta say, the fact, especially in this little StarWars.com little blog that they got here, the fact that Brad Rao is talking about how they wanted to bring her back for some more stories. But y'all. First of all, big shout out to my homie Tim, because I love talking about all the new Star Wars stuff with him. As soon as it comes out, I'm like, bro, did you watch it, bro? Oh my god, right? Like, we all have our good friends that we do that with, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in the community do that with each other. And feel free to hit me up anytime new stuff comes out, because I love talking it, man. I love talking this stuff with y'all. That's why we do these streams. But my boy Tim was like, bro, hear me out. I don't know what episode Asajj is going to be in now that I'm looking at the list, but like, the last episode airs May 1st. Mayday, like I said. And yeah, maybe they could give us an extra little episode and be like, yo, May 4th, here's a little Bad Batch drop. Last episode you didn't know about with Boba and Omega meeting each other or something. You know, shout out my boy Daniel Logan. But for real. What if May 4th, right after the Bad Batch, and I don't know if they would do 2 shows this close, but like, Tales of the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi is supposed to have a season 2 this year, I think. And a lot of people have been forgetting that, I feel like. Like it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, right? First season of Tales of the Jedi was only 6 episodes. Granted, 6 amazing freaking episodes. It's an hour worth of content that all of us are so happy that we have. But season 2 of Tales of the Jedi, my boy Tim was like, yo, what if May 4th they drop that second season and it has 3 episodes of Asajj Ventress? And I'm like, bro, that would be so freaking dope. Like, oh my god, give us some Asajj at the end of the season. Have her be like, yo, what's up, Bad Batch? And like, you know, the fact that she kind of survived and everything, and you know, we didn't get the full story of what happened to her surviving the events of Dark Disciple. What if we get 3 episodes of Asajj Ventress, another fallen Jedi, turned Sith, turned bounty hunter, and whatever the heck else she is in store with Asajj. You know, she just like Ahsoka, just like Count Dooku, a fallen Jedi. What if we get 3 episodes of her and another one of Dave Filoni's favorite characters that he brought into the Clone Wars animated series, and just like, obviously she was created in the Targovsky one back in the day and all that stuff, but like, how cool would it be to see 3 episodes of Asajj Ventress, a former Jedi, getting her own Tales of the Jedi, man? To me, I was like, Tim, you're a genius. Like, if they don't do that, that's bad move on you guys. That would be so freaking cool, and I am here for it, man. I would love to see Asajj and like, I don't know, Quinlan would be cool, because I don't know if he's technically like a fallen Jedi and whatnot, but like him setting up the path with what's going on and what I guess what we see in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and then of course with some of the stuff that we see in Jedi Fallen Order, with the path kind of being in that a little bit. It would be so cool to get Quinlan and Asajj stories in that, or even Baylan Skoll. Like Baylan Skoll also being a fallen Jedi, and like the fact that obviously, rest in peace Ray Stevenson, it'll be kind of hard to kind of continue his storyline in the Ahsoka show unless they have unfinished footage and, you know, different stuff, and they kind of planned after he passed away to do the story a little bit different. It would be really hard to kind of continue that story without either recasting or, you know, finding a different way for him to be in the show. So how cool would it be if on May 4th we all of a sudden get a freaking Tales of the Jedi drop with Asajj Ventress and Baylan Skoll? I mean, come on, y'all. Give it to me. Do it. Do you think Ventress will return? Ventress's return will retcon the events of Dark Disciple novel pre-Revenge of the Sith, says Brandon Tran in the chat. Brandon, what up, my dude? No, I don't. We already talked about that a little bit. It says even on StarWars.com, the little website where they're talking about it. Brad Rao, the executive producer, one of the executive producers of the show, says, "We love Asajj Ventress. She's a character that we've been wanting to tell more stories about. We don't want to spoil anything, but we want fans to know that this new story with Asajj Ventress will align with the events of Star Wars Dark Disciple. So it will not be retconning the story." Good. Yes, indeed. RB, what up, my dude? I hope you're doing well, and welcome into the chat. It's going well, my man. It's going well. Hey, what up, Kendall, my dude? It's good to see you, too. Massage. Massage. I love that. Skywalker's Academy. With a couple fractures that I have in my back right now, a massage sounds good, but it sounds scary, too. Maria says it will be Baylan. I'm 99% sure they will do it because the proximity to the Ahsoka show, and Ray Stevenson probably already did the voice work for it. That would be really cool if he did, and I would love that. And I was even talking with Obsession the other day, and to the both of us, it totally seems like Balin's portion of the story in the finale was somewhat cut short. Like, it feels like there was maybe more for him. And obviously, they were setting up his story for season 2 for sure. But, like, what if that was, like, done on purpose because of what happened, too? Like, that would make a lot of sense. And I really do hope that there was some sort of voice work or some stuff that was done with him. And even then, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to a recast. It's very unfortunate what happened. And I think if there's a way to honor Ray Stevenson and continuing that character's story, they should definitely find a way to. That's wonderful news. Dark Disciple is still canon. Ventress is a GO character. She definitely is. And the fact that she potentially survives that event of what happens in Dark Disciple 2 just makes her that much cooler, man. It just makes it that much cooler. Steve in the chat says, damn, if Ray did some voice work they have saved for a project, I'll lose it. Me freaking too, man. I love Ray Stevenson in general, let alone the fact that he was in multiple Star Wars projects as voicing characters and then being Balin Skull in live action. It's so dang cool, and it's so unfortunate what happened to him. It really freaking is. And yeah, I'm right on the same page with you, man. If they found a way to have some voice work, like continue with him, or to bring him back in some form, whether it is in season 2 with unfinished, or with some footage that they already had started recording, or maybe it was maybe voice work, who knows. It would be really freaking cool. I reckon Tales of season 2 is May 4th. I hope it is, man. I hope it is, because it's like, what else? If that was the other thing I was like noticing, I was like, Bad Batch started on May 4th with like an hour-long premiere, and y'all had the opportunity to air the final episode on May 4th, and you missed it? What? I was like, what? You missed it by 3 days? May 1st? May Day? That, again, man. Again, the fact that they could have done it on May 4th and instead they're airing it on May Day, that hurts my heart. That hurts my heart and makes me scared for the clones. Don't do that to me, Star Wars. You could have easily aired it on May 4th, so give us some Tales of the Jedi on May 4th with some Asajj Ventress and Balin Skull. That would be dope. That would be so cool. What up, Griff? It's good to see you in the chat, my dude. Brandon says it will be awesome if Tales of the Jedi Season 2 possibly Ray Stevenson between the rise, all the TROS and stuff. Like whenever people like do the anagrams of the movies, I'm just like, my brain turns to jello. I'm like, what am I reading here? Oh no. The Rise of Skywalker and a new, I can't even read it. Oh no. Oh no. I'm terrible. I'm so terrible. A character from the High Republic era possibly connecting to the Acolyte. Ooh. That would be real cool. Ahsoka season 2 maybe? Oh, Ahsoka season 2 May 4th? No. Too soon, Michael. Plus, with all the strikes that happened recently in terms of actors and writers for shows and everything, I don't think we're getting Ahsoka season 2 anytime soon. But it is coming. It was officially confirmed. They are working on it secretly. And even recently, there was people asking questions about it, and it definitely isn't coming out anytime soon. I would love for Ahsoka season 2 to come out soon, but they're definitely taking their time with that, and Dave Filoni is going to make sure he's doing it right. He's got a lot on his plate right now with the Mandoverse movie, whatever they're ending up doing with season 4 of The Mandalorian, whether it does become a Mando movie or its own season. I don't even know. Ahsoka season 2 hasn't even started filming. Yeah, exactly. Skywalker's Academy. It hasn't. And it would be so dope for that to happen, but Tales of the Jedi is much more likely as a show that's been in the works for a long time, an animated show, one that's only getting 6 episodes anyway, or something like that. It's something that they could easily just like, oh, May 4th, happy Star Wars Day. It would be like, yeah. We would all be hyped as hell, man. That would be so cool. Maria, I hope Balin's Tale of the Jedi episodes, they don't use AI voice. They probably wouldn't. I feel like they would recast for the voice of him, or do unfinished voice work, or some voice work they had already previously recorded with Ray Stevenson, and that would be banger. I would love that, man. We'll get Acolyte around August and Skeleton Crew around December to Skywalker's Academy. I've been totally out of the loop, so I have no idea when these shows are coming out. Plus, Lucasfilm keeps it so on the down low that it's hard to really know for sure anyway. But dude, that would be amazing if we get those two shows around that time. And I don't know what'll come first between the two. Obviously, I think that Andor was definitely in the process of being shot and worked on around the time the strikes were happening. It kind of had to pause for a bit. So maybe Andor season 2 comes out in 25, and yeah, at some point this year, we definitely could get both the Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, and I am hyped for those, man. Especially Skeleton Crew could be going to Peridia potentially. We have, who knows what ends up happening with that. And Acolyte taking place in a almost end of the High Republic, like golden age of the Jedi. Like, sign me up for that show, man. I'm hyped for it. Maria says DLF doesn't use an AI voices without consent. Yeah, I don't think they would anyway. Either they already proven so by James Earl Jones and Mark Hamill, who have both consented to AI voice scannings. I want Dagan Gera as a feature in Tales of the Jedi. I love that character and just want to know more about him. I don't blame you. I'm right there with you. He's a freaking cool character. He actually really is a dope character. I would love to learn more about him. And I hope they do a whole bunch of Tales of the Jedi stuff like that, man. They could really do some fun stories with Tales of the Jedi. And I hope for 6 to 10 seasons of it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Give us some more Tales of the Jedi. Someone say the High Republic, says Scotty Hawk. Oh, you already know my boy. Are you going to watch Ghostbusters Frozen's Empire March 22nd? I have no idea. That sounds fun. I have no idea what that is. I'll tell you this. A couple days after the Bad Batch, they released that live action Avatar The Last Airbender show. Oh yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm definitely watching that one. You know I did. Heck, I got love for the High Republic, fam. It's a dope era, and I can't wait to see the Acolyte kind of being towards the end of that era. It's going to be a fun show to see in live action. I'm hyped. I'm actually super hyped for the Acolyte. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the live action shows I'm really looking forward to coming up. All right, y'all. It has been a little over an hour, so we are probably going to get on out of here pretty soon. I hope you guys had a fun time back in the lair and are hyped up for the Bad Batch Season 3. It is this hour has blown by in terms of time and just having a good time with y'all and being hyped for the show, man. I know that we're going to have a ton of fun, so make sure, all you guys, thank you for being here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button to help support us. Go check out the links in the description. Go check out the Vader's Lair Discord if you haven't already. May the Force be with all of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And I hope you're hyped for the Bad Batch Season 3. Let's go. I love y'all, man. Have a good one. And may the Force be with you always. Peace.